Hi, Gary Stearman. I'd like to spend a few minutes with you right now talking about the upcoming Rocky Mountain International Prophecy Conference, July 15th through 17th. We're working hard on it. And by the way, Bob Ulrich is working a lot harder than I am. Bob, you've handled all the plans, the people, the arrangements, and I think you've got everything exactly where you want it right now, right?
We're 15 days away from our prophecy conference. It started, close to a year ago.
Yeah.
One of the fastest sold-out conferences in the history of Bible prophecy conferences, for good reason. We have put together a select group of some of the biggest experts in the world. They're coming literally from all around the world to come to this event. 1,000 people will soon descend on the Marriott Hotel. You know, a year ago it was, I don't want to call it a fantasy or a dream, but I have a little coffee cup in my hand and it's signed by Theodore Herzl. And it says, "If you will it, it is no dream." You know, a year ago when we began the planning for this event, we had no idea where it would lead today. We'd have no idea it'd be so incredibly successful. We sold the event out in 60 days, and we have been marketing the live streaming feed now for probably the last 3 months with just spectacular results. We have so many people coming from literally every nation on earth, tuning into their computer, watching on laptops, watching on desktops. It's an exciting event. You're going to be able to share in the excitement of those 1,000 people in Colorado Springs, and that gets us excited.
And when you talk about excitement, there's a reason for that. The people who are coming to make presentations are the top speakers in biblical archaeology, in Bible prophecy, in politics, and everything that's happening in Europe, the Middle East, America today. We have top people. Bill Koenig, White House correspondent, is going to be there, and I'm sure he's going to have some very, very pertinent remarks, Bob.
Well, he's going to come talking about the upcoming presidential election, and that is actually the title of his message. You know, the Obama administration's final days, and then the 2016 presidential election from a prophetic perspective, which is really going to be fascinating to hear what Bill has to say. He'll be joined by Joseph Farah.
Absolutely. WorldNet Daily, one of the top news services in the entire world, with a difference. Joe Farah is a Bible-believing Christian. He delivers the world news from the Christian perspective, and I'm really thankful to have him with us.
For sure. You know, Gary and I believe that we are truly living in the last days, in the last moments of history, the most exciting time to be alive as a Bible prophecy lover and Christian. You've got a message that you've prepared for this conference that literally goes into the Hebrew Scriptures to find a little phrase, and that little phrase is defined as the last generation. And Gary believes that we are the last generation. He has good reasons for it. He's going to be talking about it at the event.
Absolutely. Good biblical reasons. And when I back up my reasoning with quotes from the Bible, I always do so in the knowledge that the Bible is the only true societal and historical document that we have to work from. And I really approach it that way.
You know, I can't wait to arrive at the hotel and see the speakers come in one after another. All of our friends, L.A. Marzulli, Bill Salas, Chris Putnam, Josh Peck, all the people that we've known for many, many years, all of them who are bringing unique messages, areas of Scripture that we like to call the dark corners, not the standard things you're going to hear in church on a Sunday morning. Believe me, many of these messages are things you will never hear in church. But exciting things. Let's talk about our old friend L.A. Marzulli, because he's bringing something this year that's fantastic.
You know, and I think of L.A. Marzulli as a very brave man, in a way, because he is moving into areas in which the Bible comments on both occultic and supernatural events. And those topics have to be handled with great care and prayer, and L.A. does it. And he brings the cutting edge of Bible prophecy to our conference.
He takes a lot of bullets. He has quite a few critics. He talks about the Nephilim, talks about archaeological journeys to places like Peru, to Catalina Island. But this year he's actually bringing a relic, let's call it that, a relic with him that is a very, very strange supernatural creature that he discovered 2 years ago. He's not been given permission to release this to the public for 2 long years. I was privileged to see this 2 years ago, and I'm still in a little bit of shock. You're going to see that through the live streaming feed at the conference. Now, we have the supernatural, we have the paranormal, we have all those things that make this conference so interesting, but we also have the basics of Bible prophecy. Jeff Kinley.
Jeff Kinley is I don't know how to describe Jeff except that he is maybe one of the most gifted writers I've ever known. He can turn a phrase and make a point, and when he stands up to preach, he does it in such a way that he'll touch your heart. But he's also really expert in Bible prophecy and the events in society today. So you'll love to hear Jeff Kinley. Bob, I wanted to talk about Randall Price too, because when you talk about coming full spectrum away from the supernatural paranormal corridor, you come to people really gifted academics like Randall Price. The man has a PhD, a PhD. He's been to the top of Mount Ararat. He knows the archaeology of Jerusalem and of Israel like nobody alive today.
I have no letters after my name, Gary. And so when I think of Randall Price, this is a guy who's dedicated his life not just to biblical archaeology, but to the study of Bible prophecy, the study of Israelology.
Right.
The guy has been to Israel who knows how many countless times. But he's going to be talking about rebuilding the temple at our event. And to me, we were in Israel just last March, and when we went into the Temple Institute and saw all of the things that are ready for the reestablishment of temple worship, he's also going to be talking about the location of the Temple Mount and the location of Noah's Ark.
Yes.
So you want to talk about three spectacular messages. It's going to be exciting.
The political importance of the rebuilding of the temple is becoming really front and center as we speak. Let's stay in Jerusalem for a minute, and let's talk about our good friend Avi Lipkin and his son Aaron. They're going to be there, and I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Well, Avi is a little bit of a prognosticator. He's predicted many things over the years that we may have scoffed at a little bit until they came true.
Until they came true. Wow.
He's got a message prepared on Saudi Arabia this year and the coming takeover by ISIS that I'm sure is going to thrill people. His son Aaron, who runs their tour company, has produced two messages that I would just like to call drones over Jerusalem. Because what Aaron has done is he's got a GoPro camera, he bought a drone, and he's taken it into places to discover things that are really archaeologically significant, things that very few people in the world know about. When Joshua came into the Promised Land, the Israelites encamped in multiple locations. You and I actually stood in one of those locations with the Lipkins.
Amazing.
Aaron has now gone further with his research and his studies, and he's going to be bringing drone footage of unknown places that when you see them, you're going to be blown away.
And he has a way of linking these things together around Scripture that just amazes me. That is, for Aaron, Scripture is a living thing. And of course, he resides with his family in a little community there, but he considers himself a resident of Jerusalem, a true, if you will, Sabra, and he speaks that way.
You know, you might be living in Cyprus today, you might be living in Israel, Italy, South America, Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore. People are coming from all over the world to watch the live streaming feed of this conference. 27 speakers. Gary, every single speaker at our conference is being live streamed this year. That's a first for us. We've never done that before. 41 messages through the live streaming feed from 2 different rooms. And we've had people just ask us, have you lost your mind? Why are you spending that much money to stream all those messages? Why not just stream 10 or 15 messages like you have in the past? Well, we want all of you who are watching via the live streaming from literally around the world to be able to see all of these people, to be introduced to people like Claudia Koenig, Sharon Gilbert, Josh Peck. These people have really, really fascinating things to say. I want to talk real brief about what live streaming is. You may be watching today and just think to yourself, I am computer illiterate. I don't know how this works. What if I can't get this to show up on my computer? And you know, live streaming is really not all that complicated. And we have a company that we've hired who are producing the live streaming feed for us. They've streamed sometimes 20 or 30,000 people in one live streaming event for various ministries. So we feel very safe, very secure, great customer service that they offer us. But really what live streaming is all of the messages from our conference are shot on video, and then they're transferred to a server that this live streaming company controls. They're going to transfer those messages from their server to your computer with an email address and a password. You're going to get an email 2 or 3 days before the event. Go to this website, enter this password, this is your code, and boom, there are the messages all up in front of you. Now, you can watch live, just like the 1,000 people at the conference are. You can watch when you get home from work on Friday night if you're not going to be available during the day. All those messages from Friday morning will be there for you on Friday night. Maybe you don't want to watch, you're on vacation, you can't watch for a week or two. You can watch 2 weeks later. You can watch all 41 messages on your computer. All you need is the internet. Now this is really important. You're going to have 60 days, not 45 like we first told you. You're going to have 60 days to live stream all 41 of these messages and to watch all these events. So it is a tremendous bargain when you consider the cost of attending a conference, just the registration alone. You can watch from the comfort of your family room when it's convenient for you.
Listen, we have put together a conference that even we can't believe. And we for example, we haven't even mentioned a lot of really important speakers like Bill Salas. The Now Prophecies, the Next Prophecies, he's going to be there. And I didn't even think of his name a minute ago. And who else have we left out?
Like Chris Putnam. I mean, Tom Horn and Chris Putnam. Tom, by the way, and Skywatch TV are the co-sponsors of this event. We're very grateful to have, very privileged to have Tom with us, to have Chris with us, talking about their new book, The Final Emperor and the Last Crusade. Chris is going to be delivering that message in one of the evening sessions, and I know everyone is going to want to hear about the things going on in the Vatican, going on with the Pope, and things we look forward to.
Now, before we leave you today, I want Bob to talk about something that's on the table here, and we're very proud to be able to make this offer.
Well, you know, doing a conference like this is tremendously expensive. You know, I won't go into all the details, but to fly in 27 speakers to one event, to have hotel rooms for all 27 of those speakers, security, cameramen, live streaming people, staff members. I mean, we have built an overwhelming conference here with an overwhelming expense. There are different ways that you cover those costs. You have your registration, you have your live streaming, but there's another way that you can really help us. And this is something that Gary and I have given a lot of thought to. Now, we're going to have over 70 presentations, 41 messages, actually 51 messages, 41 live streamed, 51 total. We're going to have 3 Q&A sessions on some spectacular information and material. Derek Gilbert is going to be doing somewhere between 15 and 20 personal one-on-one interviews with many of these speakers. You're going to get to know these people in a new and different way. That's over 70 presentations. We are recording every single one of them and putting them on DVD. I've probably received over 50 emails just in the last week from people asking, you know, I can't attend the conference. It's been sold out for 8 months. I don't want the live streaming. My internet is not good. I don't have internet. Well, we have a collection of DVDs for you that we are going to begin to sell via a pre-sale as of today on the Prophecy Watchers website, prophecywatchers.com. Now, Gary is holding volume 1 of what's going to be 4 volumes. And within those 4 volumes are going to be 70 presentations. Now, the price and the cost of those 4 volumes collectively is $149.95. It's a lot of money. It's also a whole lot of material. It'll keep you literally busy probably for months watching all of the action at the conference. But, you know, we thought to ourselves, this is such a big investment. This conference is so important to the future of our ministry. You need help from other people. You're helping us. The results so far have just been spectacular. The sold-out registration, the spectacular live streaming, and now the DVD sales. So we've put together a little bonus for everyone who buys this 4-volume set from the conference, and Gary's going to tell you about it.
Well, I'm holding in my hand a Tim LaHaye Prophecy Study Bible. Deluxe, leather-bound, beautiful, beautiful Bible. And as you look through this thing, the commentaries, the maps, the references are absolutely amazing. And if you know anything about Tim LaHaye, he is a very powerful speaker on the subject of the premillennial, pre-tribulational rapture position. And that prophetic view is interwoven all the way through this, the Tim LaHaye Prophecy Study Bible.
You know, the exciting part about that Bible, it was put together by the Pre-Trib Research Institute. I think there were over 70 people who've contributed commentary to this Bible. Now, you're a local pastor here in Oklahoma City. If I were a member of your church, which I'm not, you would catch me on more than one occasion reading the commentary in my Tim LaHaye Bible. That's why I sit up in the balcony so the pastor can't see me.
Right.
My Bible is open to the prophecies of Ezekiel, Gog and Magog. It's open to premillennial doctrine. It's open to the rapture of the church. It's open to studies on the tribulation, the prophecies in the book of Daniel. You know, you go through this and you think to yourself, this is just the most interesting Bible I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's fascinating to sit because it's a Bible and it's a commentary, but it's a prophetic commentary by a premillennial teacher like Tim LaHaye and all of his friends who've helped us with this.
And Bob, I want to just say that it's available in your choice of black or burgundy leather. And the quality of this thing is wonderful. The content is wonderful. Let's put it all together, Bob.
Now that's genuine leather. It's not bonded leather. This is a $90 Bible. We're going to give this to you for free as a free bonus when you sign up and acquire the 4 DVD sets of the entire Rocky Mountain International Prophecy Conference. What's not to like? A free $90 Bible is a free gift from us to you. Really, it's our way of saying thank you for supporting this ministry. 22 months ago, when we launched Prophecy Watchers, we had no idea where we would find ourselves today. We have a magazine now. This is our first annual prophecy conference with several more to come. We have several irons in the fire. But for today, we're grateful to you. Just want to say thank you for your support of this ministry and your continued support of this ministry in the short amount of time we have left.
Please continue to visit us at prophecywatchers.com for updates, for news events, for the latest in Bible prophecy studies. We try to stay on the cutting edge. Bob, anything you'd like to add?
Well, just real briefly about the live streaming. The cost of streaming the main ballroom is $50. The cost of streaming the Aspen room, another 21 messages, is also $50. You can stream both rooms for $79.95. In fact, actually 98% of the people who've signed up for the live streaming are actually streaming both rooms, getting a discount, getting access to probably 75 to 80% of the entire conference. So live streaming is just like having a DVR at home. You can watch anytime you want. You can fast forward through the presentations. You can choose this message, that message, another message, any time of the day, middle of the night. 2 weeks later, you have 60 days to view all those messages just as often as you like.
Bob, I think you have covered everything. I can't think of a thing you left out except stay with us. Keep watching. We are. Thanks for joining us on Prophecy Watchers. You can find us on the web at prophecywatchers.com, where you can sign up for our free email newsletter, or follow us at facebook.com/prophecywatchers. In the meantime, keep watching, everybody, and we'll see you soon.